telling people the truth.
They
That's
don't
evil.
like. It's what they don't like. If they don't agree to it or don't accept it, yes, in the United States and in Britain, yes, you do have a right of speech.
That's
freedom
evil.
of a
What
press.
Sony did right there is fucking evil. You want to talk about evil shit? That's evil.
But it's called freedom of the press. Everybody has the right, to protest and march down the street or get on YouTube. And Jonathan, they've been doing this it's the people that are trying to take over the world that's doing this shit. And Google is involved with this.
My point is, even as an isolated incident, ignoring all the world domination shit, like even if we lived in a world where all that shit wasn't going on, right? Even if we lived in a world where the deep staters weren't doing all the pulling the shit they're pulling and all that, what Sony did would still be evil. Like, because obviously they're doing it because they want to sell their game, they want to make money off of it, right? When it's like, no, I don't care if you want to make money off this game. You made a piece of shit product, and people are telling us it's a piece of shit product, and you're censoring them. And not only are you censoring their voices on this, you're also forcing many of them to lose out on their main form of income and their livelihoods. That is fucking evil, no matter which way you spin it. And that's another reason why I don't want to give Sony money for a PS5. They can fuck right off doing shit like that.
Well, here's the thing. Like I said, when Trump gets the other 4 years, he's going after big tech. They're going to have. He already did an executive order telling them to quit cutting people's channels off that are making them a livelihood. Yes, I remember when they started cutting people off of YouTube, and this one woman, I mean, she was raging pissed.
It all came to a head with The Last of Us 2, though, mate, because that game was a hot fucking garbage fire mess, right? It was a terrible game. It had a terrible story. It was just not the sequel that people were waiting for or expecting. And the internet basically tore the game apart because it was a piece of shit and it deserved it. And Sony were like, no, we can't.
Which video is it with Sony that Which video that Sony took down?
There's loads, dude. There were loads of videos across YouTube that they pulled down. Loads of different channels, loads of different reviews of the game. Basically calling the game what it was, a piece of shit. Sony didn't like that because obviously, they were like, oh god, people are saying the game sucks. That means we won't make money off it. What do? Censor them! Shut them up! Stop them telling people how bad the game is!
Well, that's the deep
Dude, they pulled down a shit ton of channels. Not just one. Not just two.
It happened in Hollywood, not Japan, because Japan ain't like that. It happened in Hollywood, where Sony's headquarters is in America.
I don't care where it happened. I just know it happened, and that shit's evil.
Well, I would just say this: if it was China, you would have been already censored. Listen.
No, dude. Like I said, I don't fucking care what you put in the terms of service. That's wrong. No matter what way you want to fucking spin it, that's evil. That's morally wrong.
But the way big tech is, it's. Yes,
and that's why I asked you a simple question. Do you think they should be able to do shit like this?
Well, they're not going to get away with it very long. Let me just say that. I'm going to tell you right now.
Do you think what they're doing is right, censoring people like that?
No, they can't. It's unconstitutional. It's freedom of the press. It's freedom of speech. Yes, they're breaking our Constitution. They are in our country, and they can get treason for that. They can get locked up and go to prison for many years.
That's another one of the reasons why I don't want to give them any fucking money for their piece of shit PS5.
But, Jonathan, Microsoft does the same thing. They're all in it together. The New World Order is all in one world government.
Yeah, Sony did it more recently, though.
Microsoft's gonna... you'll find that out. Bill Gates is a pedophile! I'm recording this.
Right. I don't care.
You like touching little boys and girls? Look, did you ever go see that Joe Biden video?
I mean, Sony pulled all this bullshit over a fucking video game, dude. That's pathetic.
That's childish. That right there shows you who's fucking running the show.
Look, I realize that neither company is perfect. Alright? I realize that. But I know which product looks better. And I'm just going to get the product that looks better.
Somebody's put urban. Oh, that sniper.
And that's another thing, man. I honestly, what you said the other day, I don't believe a single word Sony's saying about the PS5. I'm going to more unbiased, more reliable
Sony
sources.
announced on their main page saying you can get 4,000 title
No,
games
yeah, I know. Also,
compatible.
dude, I told you that the other night. I said that to you the other night.
How could you say it was
if you
the
remember,
other night, Jonathan? It was
well,
released.
last time we were in a chat room, I told you that.
Jonathan,
I said that, yeah, they've done most of the
the
backwards compatibility, and there's only like 10 games that you can't play on the PS5. I told you that the other day when we were in the chat room.
I said 4,000 titles.
Yeah, and there are 10 games you can't play.
They didn't
Did you
say
hear what
that.
I said?
No, I didn't hear you. I have a mic on my head.
Go and read the article. I read it already, and I told you about it the other night when we were in a chat room.
Sony's audio, the one with the video on YouTube.
I went and read the article on Sony's website, and I told you about it the other night when we were in a chat room. I know I told you.
Jonathan, what I'm trying to explain to you is, on YouTube, on Sony's YouTube channel,
right?
There was a guy on there, and he said, now that you can put 4,000 titles backwards compatible on the PS5.
Yeah, I already knew this.
They just announced it you can see the time and date when they announced it.
Right, go and read the website article and check the date when that was posted. That's where I read it.
Well, my whole point is I read
it several days ago, dude. And I told you about it the other night in the party. I know I did.
People are glitching on the game in here. Wait a minute.
Yeah, okay, information like that, yeah, I'll go to Sony for it. But if I want to actually know about the tech inside the console, I'm not going to believe a word Sony tells me about that because they're going to blow smoke up my ass on it. The SSD and all that. I'm going to go to other sources for information like that.
I'm not going to worry about the source problem until they start fucking people up, like really screwing their shit up.
Because that's the thing, dude. You got to remember at the end of the day, Sony are biased. They want to sell this product. They're going to say whatever they want. They're going to say whatever it takes to sell us it. And some of that might not necessarily be the truth. And it's the same thing with Microsoft. I'm not listening to everything Microsoft say. I'm going to other sources. I'm getting the broad strokes from Sony and Microsoft, yeah. But the details and all the important stuff that I want to know about, I'm not listening to anything Sony or Microsoft say on that front. I'm going to other more unbiased sources, like Digital Foundry, for example. Those guys are really fucking good. Like I said, yeah, I'm getting the broad strokes, you know, the basic information from Sony and Microsoft, but the more detailed, intricate, in-depth stuff, I'm not getting that from Sony or Microsoft, and I don't want to, because I know they're biased as fuck. And they're going to say whatever they can to sell the product. And after going to unbiased, independent sources, the Xbox still looks like the better product.
Wow, the deep state's really taking control of my PlayStation. Everybody in this server is fucking glitching. Everybody that walks past me is glitching.
Like, seriously, you should go and check out Digital Foundry. They break all this stuff down, like frame rates, resolutions, SSD speeds, CPU speeds.
Are you talking about that nerdy-looking guy that has the Xbox, the new Xbox, laying on the table, and he has another square PC?
Well, there are a lot of channels like that. You're going to have to be a bit more specific.
He's a computer guy. He builds computers. And it's I'm not talking about Unbox Therapy. I just go to this guy's channel every once in a while.
Okay, the channel I watch is called Digital Foundry.
I have heard of that name. So
they're really good, dude. They genuinely are really good. They test all this shit. They test all the important stuff that you'd want to know if you're a tech geek like me.
Well, build your own PC and then you'll be legit.
I don't want to. I want to stick with consoles.
No, just build it one day and then you understand how everything works. And why do you think... Listen to this. I can't say his name on here. The crazy guy that we were friends with off of PlayStation Home. Remember when he built his PS3 and he tried to do a better hard drive? Well, here's the thing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
the
he
hard drive
because he bought a hard drive that had like the wrong RPM or something. I remember.
Yeah, and you had to have the same as the fan. And he didn't have it as the same fan, and he did like, I think it was 79 or 80.
The great thing about SSDs